Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of a new series on a game called Stardew Valley, a game which I am very excited about and which I've been following the development of for 2 years now, and I was lucky enough to get a review key, which I'm so happy about because not only am I happy to review it and actually do a series on it, but I've been wanting to play it for so long now, literally 2 years. And I will show you what the game's all about in a moment. Let's first of all give the farm a name. I'll call it Gemity, that's my go-to name, that's what I always call my farm in Harvest Moon. My favourite thing? Oh gosh, that's a big question, I'm going to have to go back to that. I do prefer dogs over cats, I reckon. I know the answer to that changes all the time. That's my little character there. I'll go for an appearance similar to mine, which is that kind of hair. Is there a blue hoodie anywhere? There's a blue top. Blue hoodie is like my signature appearance, so there we go, that is perfect. And I don't really have any facial hair going on, so I will ignore that. Go for blue eyes. This is the most interesting part of the series. Favourite thing is, you know, let's say YouTube. Let's say this is my YouTube persona here. So I'll skip the intro of the game and jump right into it for you guys. But I want to make this series kind of interactive to an extent. I want people to be able to influence what I do on my farm and where I expand, and what I kind of focus my efforts on. But here we go, this is my house, and if you haven't guessed already, this is a farming game. You own a farm, and you're in a little village, and it's very, very similar to Harvest Moon. But obviously it's on PC and it's great. I've got some parsnip seeds, I actually can't say that, parsnip seeds to get started, and this is my house in my patch of land. Here is the map, which is, at first it might seem a little bit confusing, but you can hover over areas to see exactly where they are, who lives there, when they're open and where you can go. And this area is pretty big. It's like what I would say is the perfect size for a farming game, because there's a community, there are other people, like NPCs, and you can eventually find a spouse and marry them, and then they move in, you can have a child. It has got those Harvest Moon vibes, which I think is great. I've wanted a Harvest Moon game for so long, and now that this has finally come out, now that I've put 4 hours into it this morning after having, I had so many problems with my computer and I was desperately trying to solve them so I could play it. It's everything I wanted. It really has lived up to the hype, and it's got so much going for it. Like if I, just quickly, I'm trying to create a patch of land here so that I can create my first little farm and get some of these seeds growing before I explore the town. But I'll go into the menu in a second and I'll show you all the things available. This is my inventory. These are the skills and all the different things you can do. You can level them up, which will give you various bonuses. So there's farming, there's mining, there's foraging, which is just going out and exploring and scavenging and stuff. There's fishing, which is actually really fun and dynamic compared to most fishing mini-games in games. And there's a combat system, which isn't from Harvest Moon, at least not the versions I played. These are all the characters you can find in the town. You can see your relationship with them, you can give them presents to increase their relationship, much like real life. Here's the map, as I showed you earlier. There's a crafting system, you can learn new recipes, you can craft stuff like chests, and the crafting system's really simple, it's not unnecessarily complicated. You can see your encyclopedia of all the stuff you've grown, all the fish you've caught, all the artifacts you've found. Is there a sword in there? Shit. All the minerals you found from mining, and all the stuff you can cook. There's like cooking recipes, and then the achievements. I was hoping there'd be a few more achievements, but I'll be happy with that. And then just the settings here. Oh shite, I'm turning into Total Biscuit. I don't want to do that. Let's carry on making this farmland and then explore the town. So as far as the length of these episodes goes, I don't want to make them too long, because obviously it's a slow game, and I don't want people to get, I didn't mean to do it down there. The farmland plots will go away over time, so it doesn't matter if I haven't done that perfectly. I don't want to make them too long, but I don't want to make them too short so that I can't actually do anything and no progress is made. So I'm going to aim for the length of around 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how many days pass, and obviously if there's any special events going on. There is an in-game calendar and there's special events on certain days. Like the first one I believe is an egg festival, which represents Easter, and you go out hunting Easter eggs and you're racing with your townies to try and find the most. And I unfortunately, I got so many, I got like 9 eggs, and I was finding them really fast, but someone still beat me, and I'd really like to know what the rewards are. One of the great things about this game being new and just coming out is, like, there's not information available, there's still so many unknowns. And with, I've watered all those now, so they'll take a few days to grow, but that means I can now rush off to town. I kind of do... this is my chest where I can deport goods, which is basically selling them. I am going to put the coal in there, just so I have some more inventory space, because I've only got 3 more spots left, basically. And until I build a chest in my house or get a better backpack, I'm going to be running out of space a lot. So this is the bus where I came in to the town from me. I skipped the intro because it was basically tutorial stuff and it can take a long time, so I didn't feel that was necessary and it would detract from the gameplay. But 15 to 20 minutes, there's a lot to this game and there's a lot of things you can focus on and a lot of things you can do, so that's kind of where I want you to steer my direction. I want you to say what you want me to do. Basically, there's the Egg Festival I was talking about, and there's Flower Dance, there's different seasons, and you get to see everyone's birthdays as well. It was Hayley's birthday, and I gave her, like, a can of Coca-Cola, or the equivalent, and she really didn't like that. She was like, what, this is the only thing you got me for my birthday? How could you? And yeah, it kind of backfired. But, as there's so much to it, I don't know where to start. I'm in the town centre here, I'll quickly show you the shop and everything, where you can buy your general goods and you can talk to NPCs for the first time, and introduce yourself. Everyone has their art, everyone has their own unique personalities, and you can gift things to anyone to increase your relationship with them, but they all like different things, so you kind of need to suss them out. Like, this woman sells livestock and animal care products, so I could probably sell her or give her some seeds or livestock and she'd like it. And then there's the legendary backpack upgrade, which costs 2 grand, which is actually a fair amount of money and will take a while to get. And here's your shop. But I will finish what I was saying after buying some more seeds. Actually, it's a good way of getting money. I'll get some bean starters because they you don't have to keep replanting them, and I'll get some more parsnip seeds with as much. Well, I'll leave some money left, and I'll go back and plant those when I go home. You can increase your relationship with characters, and you can eventually marry one. And there are like 5 different partners of each gender, so 5 female partners, 5 male partners, and they all provide different benefits for marrying them. So that's the kind of information I'm talking about, where, like, right now, nobody knows what those benefits are. The game is so new, and it hasn't been explored. Hell, I'm lucky to be able to get this I guess it's exclusive gameplay out for people, because there's no, or as of recording this, there's no Let's Plays or anything available, and a lot of content is unexplored. I don't need to keep repeating that, I guess. 300 pieces of wood to fix this bridge to this second part of the beach, but the reason I've come down to the beach is to try and find the fisherman, so I can do a little bit of fishing. I think he will give me a fishing rod, and then I can show you what the fishing is like. And another thing I really like about this, and that wasn't necessarily the case in Harvest Moon, is, what? He's gone fishing, he'll be back tomorrow. So I guess that's no fishing for me. I mentioned all the different skills and things you can do to essentially earn money. You can go mining, you can go fishing, you can... Ooh, I never noticed there was one of the shrines there. You can obviously start a farm, you can raise animals and livestock. But all of these actually earn a decent amount of money. Even scavenging, just going around and collecting plants or rummaging through people's bins, will yield a reward, and you can get stuff for it, or just chopping down trees and cleaning up the town. There's the supermarket, which just... There is a story as well, I should mention. The Joja Corporation is this evil corporate place that are moving into this peaceful little town, and they are generally making people unhappy. And they are, I guess you could see them as the bad guys, but if I go into the Joja Mart here, and I talk to the shop guy, you can see they actually offer a membership, and you can become a member of their company. And if you do this, if I go on to inquire about membership, you can see that they're trying to help the community and kind of, convert it into the new world, I guess you could say. So they're not particularly bad guys, but they want to turn the old community centre into a warehouse. and I can fund that. It will cost 5,000 gold, which is a lot of money, but I can fund that if I choose to do so. That's a decision I can make. But the community, I'll actually go to the what was it called? The community hall, community centre. I'll go there now and show you what it's all about. It's this place's identity. It's old, it's run down, but it was the root of this place. It's where a lot of people kind of set up the foundations of this town, and people don't want it to be turned into a warehouse, so you kind of need to make that decision whether or not you want to restore the town's identity and make it thriving and turn it into a farmland, or kind of do the right thing, I guess, and help its conversion into the new world. And I like that. I like that there's not a bad guy. I like that they're not an evil corporation, but they're rather a representation of change. Is that clock? That's where I test a good game, see if the clock is actually representative of real time. Doesn't look like this one is though, so concerned ape. I'm pretty concerned about that. It's locked. Okay, I can't seem to go in the community centre right now, so I'm assuming I need to find my bearings first and actually set up some kind of sustainable income. That's probably the smarter thing to do. So I'll go back to my farm. But something I want to show you next episode is the mines. And there's an adventurer guild up there and everything too, where you can I fill up my watering can here? No, I'm just watering the fountain. That's generally not advisable. I can go mining, and I can join the adventuring guild, which is where you'll see the combat, and you can see me getting all the minerals and ores. And there's a dungeon you can go down. There are multiple floors of a dungeon. You have a journal here with your quests. It advises you what to do, so that's the first farming mission, quest, whatever you want to call them. And the introductions, which advises you to go around and talk to every person in the town. Only just in my first playthrough did I actually complete that, because I was still trying to find every character, and it's very helpful being able to see who lives where when you hover over houses, so credit to Concerned Ape for doing that. And just as a kind of a nail in the coffin to say how good this game is, everything you've seen, all the art, all the music you've heard, all the gameplay features I've talked about, they were essentially made by one man who did it all himself. And I think that's fantastic. It means all of his creative vision, everything he wanted, it wasn't influenced by anyone else. Obviously it has the influence of Harvest Moon, and it's got other similar things such as the inventory system from Terraria, I guess you could say, and it's taken influences from other games, is what I'm trying to say, but it hasn't ripped them off. He's done it his own way, how he wants, to his own, or within his own ability. And I think that's a great accolade to have to your name. It's great to be able to say that. And I think he's done a great job too. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell if this art was done by someone who's also coding the game and doing the sound. Because it's ridiculous. The art style, I think, is great. And I think it looks really good. It looks better than most games which actually have a dedicated art designer. I really can't praise this guy enough. And again, thanks to him for giving me a review key. I've been eagerly anticipating this title for such a long time, and I've always planned to do a series on it. Like, it's been my goal for such a long time, which makes me even more keen to make it successful and make sure you guys actually enjoy it. So please let me know how I can do that. Let me know how not by doing that. Please let me know how I can influence the series to make it more enjoyable for you. Because I'm going to be playing the game, no matter what. I'm going to be enjoying it, no matter what. I just need to know how I can make that enjoyable for people, because it is a kind of slow game. It's a slow game you can play at your own pace. And it's a game which, personally, I recommend playing yourself, instead of watching me play. But I know some people might not be able to afford it, might not be able to run it, or might not. Some people prefer watching others play. I do, to an extent. And some people like seeing other people's experience, such as myself, and I'm honoured if that is the case, and I'd be really happy if you could follow me across this journey. Gosh, I sound so cheesy. I sound like a typical YouTuber. I really don't want to fall within that category. Now I just sound anti-mainstream. I'm really digging myself a hole here. So I'll stick to digging some patches for my crops, and then let's call it a day. The days do go by fairly quickly, which again is something I'm very thankful for, because I really don't like it in games where days drag and you just kind of wish for it to get to the end and night can be a hassle. And in this game you don't... Oh, I'm starting to feel exhausted. I've done too many activities, basically. So I'm just going to put these plants down so that they can start growing. And I might be too exhausted to do that. I know I haven't got any more inventory space for the clay. Oh no, okay, I planted all those. I thought I had more than I did. So now I'll plant down these, but I won't be able to water them. No, I will be able to water them, but I'm going to prioritise these. I'll be able to water them, but I'm going to have to trudge back to my house afterwards because I'm going to be very tired. So you need to choose how to spend your energy in the day. You need to be careful not to overdo things, and I suppose it's a good way of asserting lack of player grinding. Like, you don't have to min-max every day, you need to choose how to spend your energy wisely, and I really like that. I like that there's that encouragement to play the game casually, I guess is one way of putting it. Can I craft a chest yet? I do kind of need a chest. No, I need 50 wood, I only got 44. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the first day, and I'm going to go to sleep now, and that will roll on to the next day, and then I'll see how much my stuff sold for and everything. You get a little nice recap screen at the end, and you can break down all the money you've earned. I should also apologise if I've sounded a bit raspy or I guess desperate this video. That's because I'm quite ill right now, but I really wanted to record this video. I really wanted to get this series going and the ball rolling. There we go, it's the dawn of a new day, and I think for day 2 I'm going to take you guys mining. So let me know if there's any way I can change the series to make it better for you. Let me know what kind of direction you want me to go in, if there's any particular area you want me to specialise in with all skills. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy this series, because I know I'm going to. This is me, Evans with Z111, and this is me out. Peace.